We're 4 games into the season, 3 wins, 1 draw. What are your reflections on how things have gone so far?
Yeah, generally really pleasing. Obviously to get off to 3 wins out of 3 was good, and then a hugely testing game on Tuesday, which was obviously entertaining for the neutral. Obviously for us a game of two halves where we felt like we performed very well in the first half and maybe could have gone in 2 or 3 goals ahead with the chances that we created. But then FC performed particularly well in the second half, and yeah, I think they'll probably feel aggrieved that they only came away with a point. So even though we didn't play particularly well for that last 45 minutes, I think that it's really positive that we can come out of that game with a point. On other occasions in the past, maybe we would have not picked up anything. So yeah, just like I say, 10 points out of 12, you can't really grumble.
A game like Tuesday, I guess those are the sort of games that you can really learn a lot from as well.
They're the best games, yeah, Dan. They're you don't learn much if you dominate a game. We went through the previous game against Witten without a shot on goal off the opposition, which is again another really pleasing thing. But we learned little bits and pieces, but I think we learned a lot more on Tuesday. A lot more lessons where we got exposed, and the more opportunities you go through those type of occasions, the more you learn.
One player we didn't really mention on Tuesday was Connor T, but he got his first goal for the club that night as well. Is that a big moment for him as well to get
big
off the
moment, yeah. Connor came and seen us, and he actually started asking the question: how does he get in more goal scoring opportunities, positions? So we just had a little chat about it, and yeah, it's great to see him pop up at the far post. So yeah, it's a goal that we've scored fairly regularly off this season, getting in behind and crossing, and people coming in at the back post and near post. So yeah, long may that continue.
Obviously, the opponents on Saturday are Grantham. They haven't had the best start of the season themselves, but I guess they're going to be full of motivation coming here, and you've got to be ready for that.
Yeah, I think everyone who comes here down lifts their game. We know that, we've seen it over the years, so we're not taking anything for granted. They obviously had a victory first game of the season, and then they've shipped a few goals recently. But yeah, they'll relish the challenge coming up here to put on a better performance than Tuesday, and they'll probably test us really tough.
So they're managed by Carlton Palmer as well, a former England International Premier League player as well. So I guess you're expecting him to really be looking for a reaction from his team as well.
Yeah, Carlton was a winner when he played. So yeah, I'm sure he'll have kind of tried to put things right from Tuesday night's performance, and he'll be looking for big improvements, as are we.
Obviously, you always do lots of homework on your opposition as well. Can you give a bit of an insight into the kind of work that goes into to look into opposition like this?
Yeah, so obviously our recruitment manager, Andy Burgess, was at the game the other night. He's done a really detailed report on them, so we've got good information on how they're set up, the change formation midway through the game. We've got good detailed analysis on their individuals as well, so when we get the team sheet we'll be able to identify who's playing and possibly which shape they're going in. So yeah, they really benefit us, those kind of reports we get back from whether it's Andy or people he's got working from. So yeah, it's benefited us over the first 4 games, and hopefully it will do again.
I guess it's one of those as well that you've got to be adaptable with because they can change the plans, especially when they come here as well, can't they?
Yeah, we've talked about it before, haven't we? That we've played a couple of systems now. We have got that adaptability, flexibility within the squad to go to different systems, but we have to retain the principles that we play by. We have to retain our identity, which I thought we lost a little bit on Tuesday. We weren't quite as brave as I thought we would be when they put a little bit of pressure on us, and we need to get that back very quickly. So we'll be looking for big improvements on that front, and get back to our way of playing our identity.
The last 2 games here, the cumulative attendance has been over 4,000 between the 2 games. Obviously massive for the club to have those fans back in again. How much are the lads motivated by that sort of support?
They couldn't believe it the other night, Tuesday night, and 2,300 people in. It's absolutely fantastic to see the place. Obviously everybody who comes in can see the developments in the ground, and hopefully that'll materialise very quickly over the next few months. So yeah, we really appreciate everybody coming in and providing the atmosphere in the first half, where the lads were obviously playing really well, and then obviously helping the boys out as well second half when we were in a bit of a bad period, and they helped us through. And on another day we could have snuck the 3 points with Lowy's finish towards the end. it would have been a bit of a smash and grab, but the supporters just provide that encouragement throughout to keep the lads going.
It's easy to forget as well, it's a long time since some of these players have played in front of crowds like this, and some of them might not have played in front of any crowd like this before as well, so it takes a bit of getting used to again, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, without a doubt. You kind of, like you say, it's been that long since the ground's been full. Kind of get out of the feel of what it is on a match day, but yeah, I mean, that was magnificent the other night, and long may it continue.
This is the first of a double header. We've got Scarborough on Monday as well. How big are these 3 days going to be, do you think, for the team?
It's always big when you have games close together. It's obviously an opportunity to work at things that didn't quite happen for us on Tuesday, but it's also an opportunity for us to pick 6 points up in a very short period of time. Obviously that'll not be easy to do because of lots of different factors. You might have little injuries, obviously the fatigue that comes having 2 games so closely together. But we feel like our fitness levels are in a good place, and we feel like we can cope with the demands of that situation.
I was going to say that with the players training more often these days as well, I guess these are the sort of occasions when you're really looking for that to make a difference.
Well, it's not even now, Dan, because they're not training a great deal at the minute. So we're into game phase where it's Saturday, Tuesday, and now we're into Saturday, Monday. So you can't do an awful lot on the training pitch. The training was done months ago when we came out of lockdown. So that's where you benefit from those periods where we put all the hard work months ago. This is hopefully where you benefit from it.
On the injury front, obviously John Shaw missed out on Tuesday. It's probably going to be a little bit too early for him on Saturday, but do you think there's a chance that we might see him on Monday?
Yeah, well, Andy's done a little bit of work with him today. He's going to do a little bit more work with him tomorrow, so we'll see how he reacts after the little bits and pieces he's done. We're not ruling him out for Monday, but also we've got to be very careful that we don't bring him too back and increase the likelihood of that injury coming back.
Just finally, what's your message to the South Shields fans ahead of these 2 games over this big weekend of football?
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, really. Keep encouraging the boys. They love playing in front of our supporters, and we're looking forward to obviously seeing lots of them down at Scarborough on Bank Holiday Monday. And like I say, we're going to try and do what we always try and do, which is entertain them and provide them with a successful team on the pitch.